Everybody talked about rebound. Was that kind of the message to kind of answer the bell from this weekend?
Yeah, I just want us to get back out there and keep playing, and that's the great thing about 5 games this week is to get right back out there. I don't think we put a whole lot of stock in this. We just kind of see an opportunity to come back out tomorrow and continue to play. I told the ball club, good job, come back, get a win, but I still think there's more energy that they can exude, more comfort, more rhythm, more connection, all these words, all this coach speak stuff I could pull out that I think we need to keep trying to muster up with an offensive lineup. I do think the pitchers did a nice job today, back in control of the strike zone pretty good. I think Tim did a nice job with our pitchers to keep them short when you have 4 more games here in the next few days of just keeping guys getting a little work, keep them sharp, but getting them out, no pitch count where they able to come back and help us some more, because we still are, at 36 innings at least here, staring us in the face for the rest of this week.
The early home runs, Brayton and Connor, that kind of unlocked a little bit, guys, tonight.
Yeah, I think those guys, they've been waiting to get off a big swing. Brayton's capable. It's nice to see him get a pitch to hit. I think it was with 2 strikes, and maybe Connor's was as well. Just to get a couple of big hits. I think we're capable. I think we showed that in the first 5 games. I think we scored 61 runs, and then we had 6 on the weekend. It really slowed down. We've got to be good in the middle of our lineup, and some power has to show up. And we play in the best conference in America, so you can call that pressure or expectation or whatever you want to call it. Some power's going to have to show up, because it's going to show up in our league, and it'll show up and need to be required this weekend. We probably go into this. We've got another huge game with Alabama A&M tomorrow, and then we're probably the underdog this weekend on our home field.
Talk about Brooks' performance tonight, how you thought he did.
Yeah, I think it's great, because I just think we see the growth. I see the growth of his ability to throw strike one. Brooks is a very talented pitcher. He probably threw 30 innings last year and walked the same amount of batters. And I'm seeing that tone from his game, which makes him a lot better. If he'd still been in that manner where he was walking a guy an inning, then he would have had trouble scattering those 4 hits to begin a ball game. But because he's shoving the ball in the strike zone and commanding the count, getting ahead and staying ahead for the most part, he's allowed to give up a hit or so. But he feels like he's in more command of the ball game from the windup and the stretch, and I feel like his command, his authority over the baseball has probably grown so much that he hadn't pitched in a little while. We either were way up or way behind, I guess, and there wasn't as many competitive innings over the weekend, especially the last 2 days. So I'm glad we were able to not use him until tonight to get that start. The 4 innings there, that's probably the most he's thrown in a while in one setting. So I think 4 innings was perfect for him. I think he can build on that, and I think it's going to help him down the road. I think he's going to help us down the road by that increased command.
How did it feel having Kaysen and Steven back from injury?
Feels good. I still feel, like we're kind of tiptoeing a little bit, but it's great to have them. We shared at bats tonight. It's been, Kaysen was day 1, and it's nice to get them back. So Kaysen had 2 at bats, and then Steven had 2 at bats. It was nice to see him go the other way and get a hit, knock in a run. They did participate before everybody gets out. They did go in. They got to hit full batting practice, and then they got to go to the outfield at their positions, and I think we put them at about a 70%. So they tried to gauge 70% on going for balls and catching fly balls, and I think they passed with flying colors. We'll see how they wake up tomorrow, because they were on their feet. They've been doing everything underwater, and all these trainers and the great docs, they're doing all this stuff to get them back as quick as possible. So yesterday and today was the first time that they've been on dry land and their full weight bearing running. So I think it's going good. Temperatures will be a little bit cooler tomorrow. I think we'll have to wait and see once we get to the ballpark how we use them tomorrow. But it was imperative to get them at bats. You can't go too long in this game without having a competitive at bat of standing in the box, pitcher throwing to you. We're a little cautious now, but we think if we do right and things go well, that both of them could be available for us for this weekend in full go, and that's what we're hoping for.
Coach, first 2 innings, y'all went without a hit, but second time through the lineup, it really seemed like y'all kind of jumped on that start. What were you seeing from him, or like what adjustments were you guys making second time through?
Yeah, to credit their starting pitcher, I really noticed first time through the lineup, I think all except for one, maybe Kaysen, he threw a breaking ball for strike one. We're actually down in the count pretty quick. It'd be strike one, strike two, and we didn't move our barrels. And it was more observation. We've been patient because we had a slow weekend, and I'm like, surely something will happen here at some point. And lo and behold, that second time through with the same pitcher still in the game, I thought we made nice adjustments, and Brayton got us started, and then, guys started linking up a little bit better. Again, I think baseball's ebb and flow, and I think there's different rhythms and times of the season, and it's amazing how I feel like we've played 2 weeks and I've seen 2 different ball clubs already. But I think there's more to come. I think there's more rhythm. I think there's more. I'm encouraging that with our guys. But you're right, that second time through the lineup was big for us tonight. And we do the same thing. We watch our guys as when that leadoff man comes back up for the second, or you start the third time through the lineup, you have to be more aware. Do you have a pitch to add, or we're going to change the sequences and how you're doing it? Because especially when you get to that third at bat, once you get to that third at bat, man, they're pretty drawn in on. They've pretty much seen all your marbles, so to speak. So, we want to make sure that the game's in that we're in control of the ball game. If things start going the other way, and is the pen ready, or how we're going to push through it? Can we be proactive and add a pitch, or take something out, or flip the sequence? So that's a good point. But the guys did a good job on that second time through the lineup.